On this episode of Negative Modifier, we'll be playing the game Deltagreen. Deltagreen is a mature tabletop RPG that tackles various dark and unsettling themes and topics that some listeners may find traumatizing, harmful, or generally uncomfortable. Listener discretion is advised. All right, so we pick up back at your hotel room at the Central Sun Hotel. It's early afternoon. There's like a pot of bad coffee slowly kind of boiling away in the little kind of nook thing all hotels have. You've sketched out some numbers. You've written stuff down. You've circled stuff. You're all drilling down real hard on this transcript or the information you pulled out of the number station. You identified some groups, but like as best you can tell, it appears to be just a series of 11 number chains. Nothing is ever above 99, but nothing is ever below 1. It's just anything in that range can show up. And like that means like you occasionally have like 20, 14, 2, 42, 93, 42, 53, 74, 36, 87, 72. Or you could also have just like 9, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1 until it got to the 11th spot type of thing. You don't have anything like that. There are a few kind of groupings of kind of first number numbers that you're picking up very quickly. They are the first number being 1, the first number being 3, first number being 9, the first number being 13, the first number being 14, the first number being 15, and the first number being 23. The one that has the 13 and 14 have the most number chains that start with their numbers respectively. 3 and 15 are the number chains that are the ones that are 3 points. They are the smallest of the groups that exist of the chains. You all have various backgrounds that kind of play into this puzzle in their own unique ways. Feel free to ask questions that would kind of line up with who you are as a character, and I can try and answer them as best I can. We'll do some rolls as a result of this. What are people thinking?
All right, so I'm a little unfamiliar. I mean, like I understand and I remember hearing stuff about like number stations and whatnot, but has anyone ever really dealt with something like this before?
What do people have for SIGINT or history?
My SIGINT is 45.
Let's see. I'm pretty sure my SIGINT is 0.
I'm guessing also probably history is 0 as well.
SIGINT is 0, but my history is 40.
Okay. Anything for you, Quick Draw?
History is 10.
Yeah, so Quick Draw's never heard of these, or maybe he's heard about them, but kind of in like an abstract concept of like conspiracy theories or something along those lines. Agent Query, Agent Quantity, you've definitely heard about these, but in very different contexts. So Agent Query, you're kind of familiar with the historical concept of these. These have been recorded going as far back as at least World War I. They have a bit of a kind of history of being mysterious, if you will. Each number station is kind of unique unto itself, and that's what makes them so kind of bizarrely mysterious. They typically have like a theme to them or something, and the whole kind of assumed purpose of number stations from a historical standpoint is they are information conduits that, unless you know exactly what the key is for it or something like that, make no goddamn sense to you. Like, it's kind of like a modern day Enigma code type of thing, but you're doing it out in the open. Like anyone can tune into a number station, but unless you have the key for what the hell's going on, it won't make sense. Maybe you can crack it, but also like it's also possible some of these number stations are just kind of things that were left plugged in during World War I and World War II. They're still broadcasting to this day that mean abso-fucking-lutely nothing. Number stations are a very real thing. You can find them with various radio stations and stuff. They are typically, I believe, shortwave, which means they go real far. Like there are a number of stations that can be found around the entire world, and people have tried to like calculate its rough origin location based off kind of the travel of the signal type of stuff. And that is something you can do. Agent Quantity, you are a tad more familiar with number stations, kind of the lore and the mystique around them. So you can kind of back up the stuff that Agent Query knows from a historical standpoint. You know all this as well. But you also understand that, like, there's a bit of a kind of... Number stations are some kind of hardcore Cold War spy bullshit. There are weird ones that are like the sounds of whales singing. There are ones that are just numbers. the concept of number stations is a very broad and reaching concept. They truly are a covert communication method or network of some type that like can be anything, because so long as it can be transmitted via radio signal, it works. Like, and as long as the person on the opposite end can decode it, they're good to go. And there are hypotheses that's been used to relay like everything from like missile or kind of assassination targets to like just kind of like phone numbers to call for help or something like that, or kind of other things along those lines. The fun thing about number stations and kind of a real world historical context is very few of them people figure out because they're just kind of weird and mysterious and just out there. I will say that the frequency at which the number station you found, Cowboy Roundup, happens on is 6,485 kilohertz.
Got it.
Or KHZ.
I would like to do some investigation work on the internet, because more than likely, if what I remember from just how Query relates to number stations, I feel as if she probably has some like, hey, I know some quack websites where people kind of gather and talk about conspiracy theories and everything else like that.
Yeah.
She's going to punch in the kilohertz number station locale and see if there's a community group that has already like been researching this or has been on this as like a little side, as like a little hobby. Hopefully she can pull up previous numbers just so that way we don't have to wait 24 hours to get a new set.
Yeah. And the Cowboy Roundup is indeed a quite well documented, quite well known number station. There are plenty of resources on that. Give me a search at +20 to kind of weed through all this information.
Oh, hell yeah. That is a 33 critical out of a 87 modified percent.
Yeah, so this is a very well documented number station. Like, people have been following this thing for a while, and research basically kind of seems to indicate that, as best people can tell, the number station probably existed as far back as the 60s, but like people have started to notice it around the 70s and 80s, and it exists around the world, but it's only really clear and reliably listenable in the continental US, in the populated territories of the US. So it is available in 55 locations. It shows up other places, but it's garbled and the signal strength isn't that strong. On top of that, no one's been able to pinpoint where in those locations it comes from. Like, or it seems to originate equally strong in all 50 states and all 5 territories that are inhabited by people. On the topic of kind of like archived numbers, yeah, there's some people that tune in every day and type up lists of the numbers, and give me a search to kind of comprehend what you're looking at.
Just Query or?
Query, because she's the one doing all the looking into kind of this information.
Yeah, that is a 49 out of 67% success.
Yeah, so the numbers seem to be divided to 2 separate groups inside of the chain. The first kind of 2 numbers, they show up every single broadcast. Like, not always in the same point in the broadcast, but like 9-4 followed by 9 additional random seeming numbers happens every single broadcast. 16-18 followed by 9 seemingly random numbers shows up every broadcast. Like, the first 2 numbers of all of these chains of numbers, those show up every single broadcast. Not necessarily in the same spot in the broadcast. Like, 1-12 could show up first, or it could show up in the middle, or it could show up at the very end at random, but 1-12 always shows up, followed by 9 more numbers.
All right, so it looks like I found there's already a group that's been studying Cowboy Roundup for however long they have. There's some commonalities with these numbers, that there are some really specific consistencies, but it's still almost randomized.
And that's taken some time. Like, this is not quick to find information. This is lots to sort through. So like, that probably takes several hours. Agent Quantity, Agent Quickdraw, what are you doing while Query is kind of getting through this information and calling this stuff out to you too?
You want to go? I'm still neck deep in this.
Yeah, I figured I was going to go ahead and kind of do some digging as well. One of the things, I guess, I'm trying to figure out how to work this into this, but instead, all this stuff is relatively public knowledge.
Yeah.
I wanted to maybe look and see what isn't necessarily public knowledge, because one of the things I have access to, my special equipment, is access to classified reporting. So I wanted to see if I could maybe find some information that isn't necessarily public information around these number stations, perhaps.
Sure. So what are you looking for exactly?
I'm just more or less trying to make sense of some of this in terms of like I mean, maybe even reach out to some like a buddy of mine or something like that who maybe perhaps is a bit better with the number stuff in terms of number stations and whatnot, or just even more information, because while I am somewhat familiar with it, it's a little bit out of my wheelhouse, and so maybe try to like indirectly outsource it.
Let's start with a basic search to see if you can find anything kind of covert about this or kind of not in the public knowledge about this thing.
Okay. 34 out of 34 success.
What agency do you work for again?
The CIA, actually. Yeah.
Unsurprisingly, the CIA has known about Cowboy Roundup since as long as it's existed. And it does confirm that the Cowboy Roundup number station does indeed go back to the first time it was reported and documented in the kind of CIA databases of stuff was in 1968. And every single day at roughly the same time, it happens. I will say that it has reported that it happens at roughly the same time on a state-by-state basis. So at a little bit before 12, regardless of time zone, whatever state you're in, Cowboy Roundup plays. So like if you're in Florida, it plays at slightly before noon. If you're in California, it plays at slightly before noon. It's not one radio station across all of it, but it is also possible to pick up what is assumed to be like East Coast broadcast of it in California if you try hard enough. Something is in the system also stopping it from overlapping too much.
Gotcha. Okay.
Agent Quickdraw, or I guess Dylan in this case, is you're going personal on this puzzle. Anything you're researching is trying to kind of solve the puzzle.
So just to confirm, number station.
Yeah.
These are usually if you know what to look for, this can basically relay a message, right?
Yep. Yeah, that's the assumed purpose of them, yes.
I guess a question from Quickdraw's personal experience. Cowboy Roundup. He's not SIGINT or anything, but has any of the work that he's done with the various people, have anyone listened to anything similar? Has he heard anybody talk about like the things to look for when cracking these things? Other than pattern.
Anything's possible. The answer is, though, that every number station, even the ones that are kind of similar, where they're just numbers or they're kind of like a shared vocabulary or something, the assumption is they're all different. Like they are in theory designed so that you don't have to be covert about them because no one can crack them without the information, or cracking them is very hard.
This one's been running for a long time, right?
This one's been running since 1968. Yes.
Quickdraw ever heard anyone mention this one specifically?
Potentially, but also like, does Quickdraw really hang out in circles that would care about like Cold War era style, outdated kind of spy stuff?
Kind of depends. I don't know. I mean, he works for basically the equivalent of Blackwater, so I'm sure that there are some dudes in there that might, but I don't know if he's part of those groups.
Yeah, I'm not sure Quickdraw himself would be familiar with that. The concept, definitely. These are old military things, assumably. Like, I wasn't kidding. They have like one of the arguably more famous ones is from World War II, which was the daily broadcast from the Nazis of like the Enigma codes and stuff like that. Like the whole cracking of that, or the code for that was basically a number station. The whole, like, there was a person that reported on some stuff every single day, and they used the phrase "Hail Hitler" to crack the code ultimately, because they identified a repeated variable in the code they could use to then calculate the rest of it on a day-to-day basis type of thing. Like, that's kind of the origin of number stations to a certain extent. If you have a key or whatever is required to decode this, you can decode it quite easily. But if you don't, it's like, I don't know what the fuck I'm listening to. Like, one of the more famous ones in the real world is called XM whales, and it's just whale sounds. And the assumption is if you take those whale sounds and you know what those whale sounds are supposed to mean, you can put them into a program and it tells you something. Like there have been number stations that have just been like Morse code clicks. There have been number stations that have been like snippets of opera songs or just a song played at bad resolution or kind of bad fidelity. There have been some crazy number stations that if you take the sound effects made and feed them into a visualizer, it makes images. People have also done kind of like art projects and kind of like personal DIY projects using number stations. There is nothing stopping a radio enthusiast from setting up a number station in their garage. The technology involved in them is surprisingly low tech and exceedingly accessible.
Can you remind me what the radio frequency is? Was it 485 kilohertz?
Yep.
Okay. I have nothing specific that QuickDraw would research. I think that QuickDraw himself is kind of out of his depth here.
Yeah. How does he feel about that, by the way? This is some spy shit. This is probably like the most, in a weird way, the most covert thing he's been on, or involved in, I guess, more accurately. He's probably been on something equally covert, but like, this is some like James Bond classic spy shit going on.
I don't think he cares, to be honest. Realistically, QuickDraw is probably in the hotel room, like cleaning his gun or something. He's not actually participating in the puzzle breaking.
Sure.
Because I think that he is very much used to, long stakeouts or sitting somewhere with a sniper looking at as a lookout or something. So he has plenty of patience, and he's used to not being the smart guy in the room. He is very aware that he is the weapon when it needs to be. There needs to be a weapon. When there doesn't, he's there to protect the people that need protecting.
Yeah, he's probably even had similar gigs where he was there as like protection.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Because this is an audio-only format, I have been doodling, not like just kind of brainstorming maybe like a numeric cipher correlating the number groupings that is being presented to us with letters. I did notice that of all the common numbers, it doesn't exceed past 26. So that's kind of where my initial hypothesis was. And initially I got 4 A's, 3 C's, 4 I's, 8 M's, 8 N's, and 4 W's, unless this is some sort of like weird word that has a whole bunch of consonants just crashing into each other. I don't think that's going to go. But I think I might be maybe onto something with the amount of numbers that are present, amount of the first numbers present. So like 1, 4, 3, 3, 9, 4, 13, 8, 14, 8, 15, 3, and 23, 4, which I'm currently trying to associate with like a number cipher. And I'm trying to pull up a numerical alphabet for myself because I can't be counting the alphabet letters on my fingers every single time I need to do something.
Makes sense.
This is it. This is the show. We're all just thinking.
Nah, we're doing what I thought was going to happen with this.
I'll be honest, and this is out of character moment. I'm like no good at this puzzle, so I'm just like,
Let's keep this going for you then. So Agent Query's kind of digging down into kind of like the numerical cipher aspects of this. Do you want to do another round of research, Agent Quantity?
Yeah, sure.
All right, so
Can I roll intelligence, or am I still rolling search?
yeah, give me an intelligence. I'll see if I give you a hint for this.
67 out of 85% success.
With what Agent Query said about how there's never a number higher than 26 in the first 2 numbers, you're noticing that kind of there's 2 groupings of numbers inside the numeric code. Basically, it splits off into like a grouping of 2 and a grouping of 9.
Grouping of 2 and a grouping of 9?
Yeah, to a total of 11 numbers. You still have groups of the first 2 numbers that never go above 26, and then the rest of the numbers, the remaining 9 numbers in the 11 number chain, can be anything from 1 to 99, as best you can tell.
So the other hypothesis I had about like the amount of numbers to the groups, I ended up with ADCCID MHNHOCWD. I thought I was onto something because I was like, am I going to spell out accident? But like, I don't have the necessary vowels.
You're on the right track. You're not thinking about it the right way. There's actually a pretty big hint in what I just told Alex.
Okay, so the first two numbers never really exceed past 26. So I'm going to stick with the alphanumeric, or I'm going to stick with the numbers. We can almost interpret that the first two numbers kind of stick with the alphabet then, and then the rest be all the way up to 99. There's 9 numbers that go up to 99.
Hold on. So what's okay. So the first letter in the alphabet is 1, or first letter in the alphabet A. So if we look at it in terms of how many we get number wise, if we have 4 1s here, that means we have 4 A's to work with. We have 3 3s, so 3 C's to work with potentially. 4 9s. What's the 9th letter in the alphabet?
9th letter is I.
4 9s to work with, or 4 I's to work with. The 13th.
13 is M. That's 8 M's.
14 is, so that's N. 3. No, wait, we have how many 14s? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 8 N's.
Well, hold up. Should we be thinking about, I might be overthinking this. Should we be thinking about them as like A's, B's, and C's, or Alpha, Bravos, and Charlies?
I mean, A's, B's, and C's would be Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, wouldn't it? Or are we thinking something else?
Yeah, it's kind of the same thing at that point.
No, but like if there wouldn't be any kind of weird hidden message in usages of like of Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, because like Alpha, 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 what the fuck?
We figure out how many numbers or how many letters we have to work with, then we can just take those and scramble it up and see what words we can come up with.
Okay. In that case, there's 4 A's, 3 C's, 4 I's, 8 M's, 8 N's, and 4 W's. 2 groupings of numbers that are consistent and keep showing up that don't exceed past 26. And then 9 numbers that follow afterwards that make up, that are any one that's from whatever that go up to 99 is the big hint that Charlie was saying, was also, how do I think about this differently?
I mean, some time's passing, like we're probably getting into early evening at this point, as we're kind of frantically trying to decode this stuff and just kind of scribbling away, trying to find codes and stuff like that and correlations and doing more research. You want to do another round of kind of research to look online to see if you can find more information about this, or do some intelligence check to get some hints?
I'll give it another round.
You looking for hints, or you looking for information?
You know what? I'll do another for hints.
All right. Give you another intelligence.
23 out of 85% success.
Or the fact there are 55 number chains is probably very important. And I've said the number 55 at some point in other information you've dug up.
Well, it's available in 55 locations.
Yes.
It's well documented. It's available in 55 locations I'm getting goosebumps. I don't know why this is so creepy to me. Available in 55 locations in all of the United States. Interestingly enough, that it's a wave. It doesn't play all at the same time. So I guess there's like an origin site
or multiple.
Florida, F is starting with 6. There's nothing that starts with 6, unfortunately.
Yes, there is.
Well, there is. Oh, wait, the 6485 kilohertz? FD 8.
There's a number on that list that starts with 6.
Yes, 612.
612. 12 is L. Shit. Okay, cool. So 6. So then there's 9 number. I'm getting goosebumps again. There's 9 numbers then afterwards.
3, yeah, CA, CO. Okay, yeah, these are
state names.
Yeah, these are locations. So then it is FLS 612. So that's the one we probably want to be looking at. Or another one was 612.
612, 57, 49, 88, 41, 62, 79, 33, 47, 95. Okay. There's a Florida. What does the other 9 numbers represent? How many numbers are typically in a GPS location?
It varies.
Varies. Okay.
I will say, though, you have in this investigation found something else that only responded to numbers being punched into it.
Oh.
Oh, shit. Do you have the phone number?
I do have the phone number.
Call the number.
Okay, so call the number, punch in the 612.
Yeah. Let's start with the 612. Yeah. Just do that whole sequence.
Okay.
I'm gonna go take a shower, guys. Let me know if you need me.
Will do.
We'll do. Shit, I just got this new burner phone. Fuck it. I'll get another one tomorrow. So I call the number 1-505-744-0815.
Yeah, same thing. You hear that kind of mechanical recording start sound, but silence.
And I start dial punching in the 612, 57, 49, 88, 41, 62, 79, 33, 47, 95.
So you type the final number in, there's a 2-second pause, and then, well, howdy, partner. Ready to come in from the cold? The closest of our little hangouts is box number 689, located at, gives you an address. You got that? Again, that's box 689, located at, again, repeats the same address. It's a location you assume to be in Florida based on the information it gives you.
Oh, fuck me. All right, cool. I don't say anything, but like I just kind of hang up from there.
I look over at Queer and go, so what?
We have a box to go visit.
A box?
A box. I bang on the bathroom door. Hey, quick draw.
Yeah.
We have an address.
All right, give me 2 minutes. Let me dry my fucking hair.
And I start researching this address, pulling up the old MapQuest. What's the area like?
So the location is about halfway between Blancheville and Orlando, Florida. It's in the middle of goddamn nowhere. It appears to be kind of like old storage yards and not much else. Nothing really of note there. It appears to be mostly abandoned. Like there's no official town. This isn't anymore even. Like the address you've been given doesn't even show up as a official kind of like business or anything like that.
All right, cool. Quantity.
Yep.
I think we should make sure that we have our guns clean.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
I'm just thinking this is the same number that Edward Ackerman was calling religiously. And at this point, the Edward Ackerman that we know and the Edward Ackerman we initially knew are 2 separate people. So I'm not excited. This is exciting, but I'm just a little nervous that we might be having a run-in with Manfred.
Yeah, no, it's highly likely at this point, and it makes sense. So I think we should be on high alert going to wherever this place is. Plus, any mention of the word box is always a bad sign as far as I'm concerned.
It's currently evening right now?
Yeah, early evening at this point.
Early evening. What's the ETA from our location to the address? Like, is it like how many hours drive?
In theory, it's as simple as just a hour or 2 drive tops, but also like looking at maps and kind of looking at GPSs and stuff like that. This may be some off-roading. This is not going to be necessarily an easy drive by all measures.
Okay. Well, I want to assemble a bag for this trip to see, or just to kind of make sure that we have everything. Flashlights, for sure. Med kit, if we have any. But otherwise, I guess we're just waiting for a quick draw to finish up his hygiene routine.
Yeah, we might as well. And that's after that, we'll head on out of here. Don't want to rush a guy while he's showering.
He's washing his hair.
So are you actually taking a shower, Quick Draw, or are you doing something else in there?
I mean, when Quick Draw hears that we got to go do something, he was like in the shower. So, he finishes up like washing whatever he's washing and then he heads out.
All right.
And I kind of relay how we got on this information to Quick Draw. And I just want to remind him of the association that Manfred could have been calling this number religiously as he was impersonating Ed Rackerman.
Okay.
I just wanted to give you a heads up as to you might be our gun sight tonight.
I think I'm that every night.
Well, yeah, especially tonight then.
Cool. So when we going?
Do we have any other things that we need to do, or do you want to go now?
We should probably go now.
Sure. I'm down.
Let's go.
All right, so you're driving to the address you got from the phone system?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's start off with a drive just to kind of see how lucky you are. Like what traffic you hit, kind of what the conditions are with your car. Who's driving?
I got a drive of 40. What about you guys?
20 for me.
That's a 20 on me.
All right, I'm driving. 43 out of 40% failure.
Like I said, it's not a straight shot. Like you get kind of most of the way there and you're like, okay, we're making good time. And then you start hitting like side road of a side road off a side road off a dirt road off a side road off an access road type of thing. And you're going deep into the Everglades. Like the fact there's road even at all is kind of impressive. Give me a navigate now as you're driving along.
31 out of 10% failure.
This is hard driving. It's kind of hard. You're bouncing around, like you make a couple wrong turns, places like you arrive well after midnight by the time you kind of reach this place. As you're kind of like GPS is giving you instructions, it's kind of like saying go faster, go further, et cetera, et cetera. And you eventually kind of pull out into what can best be described as like a clearing in the Everglades. You're deep in it at this point though too. And you are confronted with this strange white building that kind of looks like someone landed a stereotypical UFO on top of like a mini baseball stadium. It's obviously like a hotel or something that existed when it's not like anything supernatural or paranormal or anything, but like it's covered in bulbous, bulging out kind of like dome windows all over the place. The place is overgrown and kind of vines and other greenery. Like it looks just beat to hell. If you had to guess, it's probably like 3 stories tall, give or take.
Well, sorry about the rough drive, but we're here.
Not the first time.
Yeah, no. With how this whole public infrastructure is deteriorating, I don't blame you, I guess. Okay, so if there was like 55 locations that are available with this, and there's and the 2 numbers, sorry, I'm still on this a little bit, and the first 2 numbers were state names. There's 50 states. What would the other 5 be?
Territories?
Maybe. I'll have to think about that some other time. Sorry, I just needed to get that like off my chest. Like I was thinking about that the entire drive. Flashlights and guns at the ready? Or how do we approach the obelisk building? Or, I don't know, you said it looks like a giant, like white.
Yeah, the building's kind of circular-ish, or maybe like kind of like pentagon shape. The upper half of it, upper third of it, is this kind of big bulbous, looks like someone landed a flying saucer on top of a like slightly more angular base. Like it's a very weird new age building, I guess, is maybe the way I'm thinking of it. Not geodesic dome, but kind of like someone got real wacky with the architecture and made this, and doesn't make a lot of sense.
Are we the only ones here?
Give me a search.
That is a 44 critical on that search.
You're not the only thing here by any measure. Like you can hear various animals out in the distance, out in kind of the tree line and stuff like that. Yeah, you hear like maybe the sound of gators, you hear the sound of birds, maybe you hear kind of the sound of snakes. Something's crashing around in the kind of underbrush. You can't see any of this though. It's dark. It's well after midnight type of thing. There's no light except for your flashlights out here and the lights from your car. I will say you do notice that like the front door has been pushed open, but maybe it's been open for a long time. You can't really tell.
Okay.
Quick question, because it might be relevant, Charlie. What kind of grade of weapon was I able to buy off the fly in Florida? Shotguns good?
Yeah.
Non-restricted rifles?
Yeah.
All right.
Well, we kind of drove in here with headlights, so I think if there was anyone watching us, they knew that we're here. Should we just walk up to the front door? I don't hear anybody or see anybody else around.
Well, I mean, that's Quick Draw's call. What's your expertise on this one?
I mean, my expertise would be we leave until we get some more guys, because this place is big. So we're not going to do that. So we're face checking a lot of doors and corners. Don't have any flash grenades or anything to, clear the corners either. So this is going to fucking suck. I was going to give my body armor to one of you, but I'm going to be in the front, so I'm going to keep it.
Yeah, that's probably for the best.
Just tell us what to do, and we'll try to make sure we don't fuck this up.
Okay. When we're moving around, just make sure you stay behind walls, spacing. You probably want to be about 6 feet from each other. If somebody runs up on us or somebody gets the drop on us, we don't want them firing into a crowd of us. So either you got guns. You still got your guns?
Yes, we still got ours.
Cool. Keep your heads down. Return fire when they're reloading. Don't pop out while they're shooting at you. Standard stuff. Hopefully nobody gets shot. Hopefully nobody's shooting. If you ask me, you probably want to shoot first. So, we're not cops. We don't have to say hands up or anything like that.
Sounds good.
Cool?
Yeah.
Cool. You both comfortable shooting people?
Yeah.
Not at all.
Sure.
But we'll get to it when we get to it.
I mean, if you think about it this way, you shoot them and they die, or they shoot you and you die, it gets pretty easy.
We'll get to it when we get to it.
All right. Well, let's go.
Let's you go inside.
Yes, but I'm being very careful if there are doors or anything, looking for tripwires, that sort of stuff as we go.
Makes sense. Yeah, so kind of as your flashlight spills into the main kind of entry area of this, the inside's a little bit confusing. It looks like it's maybe like a reception area or something along those lines. There's a big desk opposite of you that maybe at one point had people kind of working behind it that were checking people in and providing information. There's little kind of small glass partitions. It's all been kind of destroyed a little bit by age and moisture, and it's all kind of got this nice overgrowth of moss and other stuff going on, and mud's been tracked in by various animals and whatnot, as best you can tell. None of the electricity is working as best you can tell either, but looking around, actually give me a search as you're kind of looking around in the gloom inside this place.
Each of us or just me?
All of you. I guess is everyone kind of in the doorway or past the doorway at this point?
I am, for sure.
Yeah, I'm following. So, you said a search?
Yeah.
But I ask for it to be alertness.
No, you're looking right now.
95% fail.
45% out of 34% failure.
65 out of 67% success.
All right, so it's dark. It's very hard to kind of piece together the surroundings, but Agent Query, you managed to figure out that, this used to be a ranger station or a guest location or something. It used to be kind of a place you come out into the Everglades and you could look out, and this was a place you would bring families and shit like that. It is obviously long past that, and kind of now that your eyes are adjusting some and you're looking more carefully, you're noticing that kind of back beyond that, where there were some chairs and a collection of books and stuff like that, there are some very out of place, military style wooden crates. Some of them sit open, some of them are not. They have no markings on them except the kind of U.S. military, Navy, et cetera, kind of stamped in black ink on the side. They all look old, not World War II old, but Vietnam era old, potentially.
I'm going to start sweeping the place, make sure no one's hiding anywhere, nothing's hiding anywhere.
I'm going to try to provide a cover, but stay out of the way.
I want to start snooping around.
All right. So Quick Draw, you're on your toes. Quantity, you're on your toes. Query, you're starting to investigate.
Yes.
What do you investigate first?
Okay, so there is kind of an information desk, a bunch of boxes.
Crates even, yeah.
Or a bunch of crates, yes. And then kind of my initial thing is I'm going to try to aim for something that's safe first. I do see that there are the crates, and I'm going to wait until there is more availability from both Quick Draw and Query to investigate those crates. So I kind of want to see if there's any kind of disturbances on the desk. When I say disturbances, I mean if there is anything that has been recently touched or recently moved. And I kind of want to look through the drawers, maybe, where if there is a dust settlement, then maybe there's something that was left behind and whatnot.
Yeah, makes sense. You also notice quickly that there is a staircase that kind of goes up, spiraling around the room to an upper section, assuming the kind of upper area of this where the kind of dome windows were.
Okay. With seeing kind of the upper staircase that leads up to an upper floor, I kind of want to focus maybe then on finding a good place where I can kind of see like what's up on the upper floor, maybe doing like a outside. I don't want to be in like the middle of the room where like the balcony or like the angle is kind of weird, but I want to see if I can train my flashlight on the upper levels then and just do a walk around and sweep.
Yeah. Now, as you're kind of training your flashlight, you notice that it does say in kind of like jaunty, friendly letters, "This way to the observatory."
Cool. As I'm doing this, I would like to just make sure that I am well within sight of the other two.
Yep.
Get a visual on the second floor. I didn't see anything out of the ordinary.
You haven't been up there yet. You just see that it exists, I guess. Point of clarification.
I don't see anything out of the ordinary just from the ground. I'll wait until you guys are ready to maybe get up there, but there's those crates that I was waiting for everyone to be available as well.
If the ground floor has been swept, happy to move on.
Yeah, I'm just following, so.
Like, do you want to sweep at this point?
Yeah.
All right, Quantity, Quick Draw, both give me searches.
43% fail.
44% fumble.
I've got some real bad news for you, Agent Quantity.
Do I trip and fall?
No. So, Agent Quick Draw, you're kind of like in the center of the room, kind of doing a more tactical scan about the room. Agent Quantity, you kind of start wandering into what could be best described as one of the corners of this space, and you see what you swear is like a stuffed bear standing there. It's dark, you can't make a lot of details out of it, and doesn't click what this thing is until a baseball bat collides with the side of your ribs for 4 points of damage.
Oh.
And just this loud kind of cracking thud sound echoes throughout the space, and from the kind of shadows emerges this just 6'4" monstrosity of a man, just sheer muscle and bulk. He looks down at you and goes, "What the fuck did you Krauts do to me?"
Okay. So I'm guessing I make a loud fucking sound, like of getting hit with a baseball bat.
Yep.
Do the others hear me when I get fucking cracked with a bat?
I assume so. It's quite a sound.
Okay.
Agent Quick Draw, because you're kind of Overwatch at this point, what do you do?
I flip around. I have quantity between me and this guy, I imagine.
Yeah. Looks like Quantity's like on the ground. He got hit real hard with that bat, just right in his ribs.
So I've got the flashlight on the underbarrel of the shotgun, so I shine it on the guy. Is this the dude we saw on the camera pushing around?
This is indeed Edward Ackerman. Chiseled jaw, classic American linebacker appearance. He's dressed in what could be best described as a mix of biker chic and military surplus. And he is standing there just menacingly holding a baseball bat.
Put the bat down, buddy. I don't want to shoot you, but I will.
Fucking bring it, you schnitzel-licking bastard.
Do I sound German to you, you dumbass?
Not all Nazis sound like Nazis in my experience.
Do you even know what fucking year it is?
Figure if I beat on you enough, you'll give me something that's worth knowing.
2000 plus. Nazis are, well, German Nazi party, mostly gone.
Yeah, bullshit. I killed Gunter a couple days back. What is this? Some kind of mind fuckery whirligig thing? Am I trapped in some illusion? You're gonna make me betray my friends, betray my country?
Wait, you killed Gunter?
Let's see if he stays dead this time.
What do you mean stays dead? Because his journals have been going on for hundreds of years, and I don't know what the hell's going on with that.
He starts approaching Quick Draw. Not like aggressively, but definitely kind of like slowly and methodically, just kind of slowly moving towards you, slowly raising up the bat for another swing.
Quick Draw is also doing like a slow back pedal to keep the distance.
Query is going to run and hide behind the information desk. or just have the information desk as cover between her and Ackerman.
Listen, Ackerman, buddy. Gunther, we're looking for him too. We were looking for you to clean up your place. You're supposed to be dead, man. You're old as shit.
Funny. I feel just fine. And he lunges at you, closing the distance unnaturally fast. What do you do?
Pulling the trigger.
All right, you're going to shoot?
Yep. Let me roll the check for quick draw. This is just for me. Nope. He's just going to pull the trigger. I was going to see if he was going to aim for something non-vital, but he's not. This is shotgun, so I have plus 20, right?
Yep.
97% success.
All right. Let's see the damage.
8 damage.
I mean, it definitely hits him. You see a shocking number of the pellets not penetrate his skin. Like, I'd say easily half of them just kind of hit against him, and you kind of hear them fall to the floor. And he follows up with a swing of the bat for 5 points of damage.
Does armor apply?
Yeah, I'll say armor applies for now.
So a point of damage. Owie. I mean, he's closed the distance. So, I mean, like, realistically, not going to use the shotgun anymore. Quick draw switches to his combat knife.
All right. Agent Query, Agent Quandary, you doing anything?
I remembered something from the files that I had read. Something along the lines of like fine powder in it not doing well with like water. Do I see a fire alarm by chance?
Yeah, there's probably one there.
Can I run over and pull it?
Yeah, give me athletics to kind of run across the room to get to it.
Oh, baby. Oh, shit. That is a 26 out of 34% success.
Describe this dash across the room for me.
Query is like frantically throwing her flashlight beam across the room until she can finally see that little red square for the fire alarm or whatever the fire alarm would look like.
Mm-hmm.
She is still a little hesitant and just does not want to get hit with a baseball bat. So she's grabbing the information desk rolly chair and she's running, like just dashing full force across the room with it as a means of like, this is her mobile cover.
Mm-hmm.
I would imagine at some point in time she might either trip or she's just like, fuck it, like I've gained enough speed or whatever the heck, where she jumps onto it and rolls across the room. And then as she crashes into the wall, she pulls the fire alarm fire thing.
Give me a luck.
That is a 99% fumble.
So you pull on this with all of your might. All your faith is in this, and it comes down, and you hear a release sound of air, and then nothing happens.
Oh.
Agent Quantity, you're kind of on the ground after getting hit with a bat. What do you do?
Do I have line of sight?
Yeah, you do. He's a big dude, too.
Okay. I want to try to take a... God, I'm worried, though. How close is quick draw to him?
I mean, he's engaged in melee combat with this dude.
Ah, fuck. Okay. You know what? I'm going to have to... I don't want to risk hurting, like... I don't want to risk hurting him, like, that much, so I'm going to have to, like, run and get in melee range as well. And the area that I'm around, like, is there any kind of blunt object or some sort of sharp object around here I can try to hit him with?
Give me a search.
19 out of 34 success.
Yeah, there's like some broken furniture that's like been broken into like stakes or something like that. Like, just time has not been kind to this place. There's also probably like a pen if you wanted to stab him with or something like that. Are you looking for like a spear size thing?
Yeah, maybe something like spear size to try to just stab the shit out of him, or like, I don't know, like.
I mean, there's like a Florida flag with a decorative topper on top of it.
Fuck it, I'm going pay. What was the movie with fucking Mel Gibson where he runs with the American flag or whatever? And I'm going to do that basically with it and try to stab him with it.
I almost said Braveheart.
All right, so I'll say you kind of get to that and pick it up. You're not fast enough to kind of get that position to attack with, though. And we're back to Agent Quick Draw. You've pulled your knife. This guy is up in your face at this point.
So I imagine we're rolling off to see who hurts who. This is a fight back situation.
Something like that, yeah.
Cool. I'm going to stab him.
All right, you're going to stab him?
Yep. I have a 58% success on my end.
Yeah, roll damage on that, actually.
Oh, let's go.
It's 4 damage, armor piercing 3.
The knife breaks against his skin.
What the fuck?
And he kind of makes like a wide grabbing thing for you, still holding the bat, but doesn't quite manage to make contact with you.
All right.
Agent Query, you've kind of slammed against the wall. You not successfully set off the fire alarm. Why would it even work? It's an abandoned building in the middle of a swamp. Who's keeping the fire system going there? What do you do?
Okay, so in my mind, I still am thinking like, well, we came here specifically to see about box number 689. And I'm thinking to myself, like, what does that mean? If this is a visitor center?
Give me an intelligence.
Thank you. I was like, what is 46 out of 75% success?
There's a decent chance the entire building is box 689.
Wait a minute. Hold up.
This is a green box for the Cowboys.
Cowboy Roundup.
Yep.
Green box for Cowboys.
Yep.
Box FHI 689.
Or just box 689.
Shit. Can I do an occult roll to see whether or not I remember any kind of folkloric kind of information regarding... I'm still kind of on the concept of golems. If there was any kind of like banishment or like weakness to golems or anything else like that.
Give me an occult.
Cool. That is a 47 out of 70% success.
I mean, there's a variety of things. There's spells, there's scrolls in mouths, etc., etc. The legend of the golem is a wide-reaching thing across multiple cultures, made most famous by the Jewish one, but there's versions of golems across most cultures to a certain extent, all with their own rules. Assuming the Jewish one is the one that was used in this circumstance, that often involves kind of a scroll in the mouth or something like that, or some type of like amulet that kind of acts as like the soul or the heart of the golem. The more important part is unstoppable killing machine, though, in those legends.
Does he have like some sort of accessory? Is there like, does he have jewelry or anything? He might have an amulet. Break the amulet. Does he have dog tags?
I overhear this as I'm running over there, I'm guessing. But I don't know if it's my turn yet. But
yeah, it's your turn now, Quantity.
Okay. So upon hearing that, I guess I like start looking around as this struggle's going on to see if there's something there. Like,
you're behind him. You really can't see much.
Okay. I'm just going to try to drive the stake into his like head or like neck area just to like just try to do something.
All right, give me a melee weapons at -20 because you're trying to do a called shot.
Okay.
Let's see that crit.
No.
Damn.
35 out of a modified 30 -20 failure.
All right, so it goes wide. Doesn't even seem to react to the thing kind of whizzing by his head. Agent Quick Draw. What do you do?
Okay, did I hear Quarry?
Give me an alertness.
16% success.
You order.
Do I see anything like that?
Give me a search.
49% success.
Not really. It's dark. You're in melee, kind of you're up close and personal. And that's not great either for you because he manages to kind of like get a hand on you and quickly transitions into like just a chokehold around you, and just the force and the strength and the pressure is just can only be described as unnatural.
Got it.
Agent Query, you see Edward Ackerman, by all measures, grab Agent Quickdraw, put him in just a military standard chokehold, lift him up off the ground so he like is dangling like a doll almost. What do you do?
He's busy at that moment, and I'd like to run over to the crates. As I'm doing that, I'll yell, "I'm sorry, I'm trying to help." I would like to see if there's anything helpful or useful inside the crates.
Give me a search.
That is a 46% success out of 67.
These crates are full of MREs, water purification tablets, and other survival foodstuffs.
Well, that's not super helpful.
Agent Quantity. Agent Queries ran across the room. She is tearing through this thing. You see an MRE kind of go over her shoulder. You see Agent Quickdraw just in this like death embrace in front of Edward Ackerman, who's kind of spun his entire body, including Agent Quickdraw, to kind of put him between you and him. What do you do?
So I am no longer behind him?
Yeah.
Fuck. Okay.
And there's a Agent Quickdraw in kind of like covering his chest area.
I'm going to heel kick him in the dick.
All right. Give me that armed combat.
Please fumble and heel kick me in the dick.
I was gonna say, fuck! 92 out of 50% failure.
You're not a good fighter. It's fine. Like, this is a terrifying circumstance. Agent Quickdraw, what do? You are held aloft in a chokehold that is rapidly closing on your airwaves.
My back is to this guy, right?
Yep.
So I know he is unnaturally strong. So I'm not going to try to break this the way that you normally would. I have quantity in front of me, right?
Yep.
I'm basically going to try to do an up and over to go over the guy's shoulder, because that's the last thing he'd expect. And I'm going to use quantity as a kickoff.
All right. Perhaps if that's a strength or an athletics or a dexterity.
Can I give you athletic?
I'll let you do athletics on this one.
79% out of a 90% success.
All right. So you managed to pull this off. Like, you kind of get it up and over, but Edward Ackerman's not letting go. And he kind of like clamps down on you at the last minute for, let's call it 1d4 points of damage.
2. I imagine this ignores armor.
Yeah.
So I'm being choked.
Yep.
Got it.
The maneuver does work. You kind of managed to like flip over Edward Ackerman.
Okay.
Agent Query, you've heard this scuffle. Like, there's a bunch of sounds happening, we'll say off to your right for the sake of scene. You're digging through this box. You're not finding anything useful. What do you do?
I want to see if I can cause like a momentary distraction, maybe. I want to pull my gun and just kind of fire into the... I want to fire above them. Like, I'm not aiming at any of them just because it's too close quarters and I'm not about to hit like my coworkers.
All right.
I'm going to aim my gun towards them, but pull up more and just kind of fire into the second floor to maybe see if I can get Edward's attention.
All right. Yeah. Give me a firearms.
Please don't let me fumble this. Or maybe fumble this so bad that I hit him in the head. That is a 52% failure.
I mean, the shot goes off. It doesn't really seem to hit anything of note or anything like that. It just kind of makes a loud sound.
Oh, that was the point.
At least 2 of the people here are used to loud sounds, though, when it comes to firearms. Agent Quantity, you've just been used as what I can best describe as like a gymnastics lever point. You are now face to face with the thing that allegedly is Edward Ackerman. You are holding your makeshift spear. Agent Quickdraw has kind of like thrown himself over Edward Ackerman's kind of shoulders and is like on the ground behind him.
I'm guessing he's looking right at me, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Fuck. Do I see anything that like, I remember the thing that Query was talking about. Like, so either like, do I see any, now that I'm looking directly at him, do I see anything? And like, I'm assuming I'm relatively close. I was just used as a springboard.
Yeah, give me a search.
83 out of 34% failure.
You don't see anything, but also, I got some bad news.
Oh, I know. I'm about to get my ass fucking stomped.
Edward Ackerman with a steel chair.
Basically, actually. So, quick draw. You are behind Edward Ackerman as he just kind of short swings the bat and just caves in Agent Quantity's skull. His body just goes limp to the left as the force of this blow snaps his neck. Skull caves in. Blood seems to kind of just cascade as the force of the momentum. The body goes easily like 4 or 5 feet from the impact alone before it slumps on the ground.
God damn.
God damn, that's what I get for going for a heel kick on the dick, I guess.
What'd you roll?
Aimed shot on his head.
Oh, man.
Am I up?
Yeah, you're up now. But give me a sand check first.
Is this for unnatural or violence?
Oh, this is unnatural. Nothing about this is natural at this point.
94% fail.
All right, just 1 point of sand damage.
I'm not projecting. I'll take it. I can't figure out how I'd project this onto my friend. So I think that, like, Quick Draw, scrambles to his feet a bit, takes a few steps back, and I'm going to shoot this man again.
All right.
I'm going to do an aimed shot for the back of his knee. I know that it's not piercing very well, but I'm hoping it might slow him down if he's less stable.
Yep.
So I'd have plus 20 because of a shotgun, normally minus 20 for a called shot.
Yep.
65% success.
All right, let's see that damage.
8 damage.
It does some damage. A chunk of it goes flying. More importantly, the pants go flying. And, like, it takes a chunk out of his knee, and he kind of, like, whirls at you and snarls and kind of looks at you. Well, guess there's 2 left to go. God, killing you fuckers is better than sex.
Quick Draw is saying flash at him over and over again.
Why the word flash?
It's an old World War II call and response. It's a D-Day.
Gotcha.
Flash, thunder.
Agent Query, you have just seen what looks like a man just cave in one of your comrades' skulls with what can only be described as unnatural force. Give me a sand check.
That is a fumble. That is a 99 out of 59% fumble. I'm so sorry.
All right. So this is 2 points of sand damage because it's not a ton of sand damage, but this is some unnatural ass shit. How do you respond to this? This is horrific. This is not something humans should be able to do.
I like to think that Agent Query really was thinking to herself, like, I'm going to be a war journalist. I'm going to be out in the front lines, whatever have you. And she was so upset when she ended up just doing more capital city journalism and stuff like that. And immediately she's realizing, like, oh shit, no, I don't think I'm actually made for the front lines. I thought I was tough. I thought I could get away with, like, my smart mouth and talk my way out of these situations. But right now I realize, no, that's not me. I'm not that kind of journalist. And I think that she's gonna just bolt. But, like, panic bolt. She wouldn't be able to think to herself, like, oh, I'm going to run outside back to the car.
Give me athletics.
I think she's, like, panicking enough that she's going to run upstairs. That is a 12% out of 34% success.
Yes, you take off running and screaming and maybe sobbing a little bit. But more importantly, you don't slip on the rapidly pooling blood of Agent Quandary as you kind of bolt past his very dead body, leaving Agent Quickdraw and Edward Ackerman alone in this place. Quickdraw, give me an alertness.
70% success.
There's something weird going on with Edward Ackerman. Like, the rage, the focus, the homicidal just intent that was there seconds ago, the glee in what he's doing, it's not there anymore is maybe the right way of putting it. Like, do you have anything in human int?
I have 15 in human int.
Give me a roll.
42% fail.
Unsurprisingly, you can't place it, but, like, there's something real weird going on right now. And he takes a swing at you. It misses and kind of, like, the bat clatters against the ground, and he just kind of lets it fall, and it makes a loud, just wood rattling on kind of floor sound. And he kind of, like, seems to look around confused, looks at you, looks at the dead body, and then just takes off towards the exit of this place at full speed running.
I want to try to leg him again if I can.
All right.
Again, plus 20, minus 20.
Yep.
75% success. 18 points of damage.
Jesus Christ.
Same knee?
Same one.
So it goes, or what's left of it goes, and that doesn't stop. He starts hopping, and you see grotesquely something starting to grow out of the stump.
I assume he's slowed down as he's hopping.
Oh, yeah. He's not moving anywhere near as fast as he was.
Okay. As he's hopping, can I make another search or alertness to see if I can see what his strain, I forget what query called it, but like the thing that's powering him.
His back's to you, not really. Or you can do a search, but you're just kind of looking at his back.
Yeah, we'll see if it's on its back. Actually, no. I think that Quick Draw is just going to take another shot at the other leg to see if I can knock it down before I do this search.
All right.
77 critical, 14 damage.
It blows the leg off. Edward Ackerman kind of falls to the ground. He's not moving. Like, he's still very much alive as best you can tell, but he's now legless.
Quick Draw is going to reload the shotgun as he walks close. He's not going to get into arm's length of the guy.
Sure.
And assuming that it's somewhere on his chest, Quick Draw is just going to start dumping shots into his back to try to like cave it through.
So as you approach, give me an alertness.
Sure. 88% critical.
So you see Edward Ackerman reach into his pocket and pull out a gun and take a shot at you.
Okay.
You try and dodge it?
Yeah, I think so.
All right.
17% success.
He hits the side of your head for 4 points of damage. Not a direct hit, but gets like the side of your face, like right through a cheek or something like that.
Okay. I have a helmet, so that would just take one off because it adds one to... Okay. Pistol?
Mm-hmm.
Now that he has shot at me, is his front facing me? Am I able to take a look for this thing? What do you want? A search, alertness?
I mean, what you're looking right now is it's wearing a shirt with a jacket and stuff like that. Nothing especially noteworthy.
Okay. Aiming like center of mass of the chest, assuming that he might have something hanging around his neck. Is that an aimed shot? Do you want the minus 20?
No, that's fine. You're at close enough range.
38% success.
Let's see damage.
15.
That may be enough, actually. Shots go in. You're noticing that, like, slowly but surely something is slowly kind of like forcing its way out of his legs. Almost looks like bone or something like that. Edward Ackerman is breathing unbelievably heavy, kind of puts the gun down. He's just breathing unbelievably slowly. There's a clarity to him all of a sudden that doesn't quite make sense, but he's kind of looking around. He's no longer acting hostile, I will say that.
Quick Draw kicks the gun away.
Yeah, that's fair.
Quick Draw definitely like is about to just put one in his head, and then like, you know, the adrenaline subsides a little and he steps back, still keeping the shotgun trained on him. And he says, "What the fuck, man?
Where the hell am I?
I don't know, someplace in the middle of fucking nowhere.
When the fuck did I get to Florida?
When you started getting old."
Someone said a year earlier. What year is it?
2025.
That's not possible.
Yeah, well, apparently some Germans turned you into a fucking golem, I think they said.
Kind of pauses for a second, reaches into his shirt and kind of pulls out a like strange, like stone-looking amulet, or maybe like clay-looking amulet. He goes, "Yeah, that would make sense. That was Gunter's whole thing."
Yeah, you killed Gunter, apparently.
Fuck yeah, I did. Think it took this time, too.
Cool. Anyone else I need to tie up?
I mean, kind of like gets this long, like far away look in his face again. I don't know. I don't remember. Sorry. Where am I again?
Florida.
Florida. That's where you send old people. And
yes. What year is it?
A long, awkward silence passes. I don't know. That bullshit Back to the Future movie just came out. Time travel, DeLoreans. It was.
Set that thing down in your hand.
He complies and puts it down. So I'm guessing you're with kind of like Weekly makes a triangle symbol with his hands.
Sure, I only vaguely know who I work for.
That's fair. So what, you like Army, Navy?
Too personal, man. You just killed one of my dudes.
I looked over at the remains of ancient Quantity. Fuck, still got it apparently. Sorry about that.
Sure. Look, I'm about to punch your ticket, man. So you got anything useful to tell me before I do? Please tell me.
Kind of shakes his head. Nah, I guess going out this way is better than getting old, though, too. Wouldn't want to waste away if forgotten in some retirement home or some shit.
Well, you ready?
Kind of shrugs at this. Do I really have a choice?
No. And with that, Quick Draw will point blank blast the amulet.
Amulet breaks or kind of it comes apart. It rapidly falls apart into kind of like a powder of some kind, and Edward Ackerman kind of like inhales and exhales, and what you're observing can only be described as a person withering away with age. Like you kind of see whatever was done to him reversed and fast forward back to him being an 101-year-old man with the same damage. It's truly kind of horrific because you kind of see like his bones that are sticking out of his legs that apparently have regrown somehow kind of wither away and start to like flake away in the air, like, and just with the last kind of like painful raspy breath, he just kind of falls on his side, as best you can tell, very dead.
Quick Draw pumps one into the head just to be sure.
Yeah. It explodes as you'd expect it to.
He'll start reloading the shotgun and walk over to Quantity. So his skull is like fully caved in.
Oh yeah, he is quite dead.
Bad luck. Quarry.
Homegirl is in the Everglades. She just ran into the forest.
Give me athletics, see how far you make it.
84% failure.
Yeah, so you're like stumbling and tripping and just kind of like you hit a tree and kind of go crashing into what can be best described as like muck and dirt and sand and just kind of Everglade gunk. Give me a luck.
That is a 56% failure.
You hear something dragging itself along the ground.
Do I see it? Can I try to pinpoint where this is at?
Yeah, give me a search.
That is a 85% failure.
Now give me a pow check to see if you kind of regain yourself. You're still kind of like hyperventilating and freaking out.
That is a 21% success out of 70.
All right, so you managed to kind of like snap back to it. You realize where you are. You realize you're probably in not a great circumstance either. Like you are some distance deep into the Everglades. You're hearing something moving about kind of in relatively close proximity to you. What do you do?
I am going to pull out my gun. Did I keep my gun?
I'll say you did.
Okay, cool. I'm going to pull out my gun. I'm going to get up slowly. And I'm going to continue listening in and trying to pinpoint where the noise is coming from. And I would like to move away from that noise.
Yeah, give me an alertness, see if you can kind of pinpoint it.
That is a 37 out of 31% failure.
The gator lunges from what you thought was solid ground, but was actually a pool of brackish water and grabs you by the leg.
I would like to start firing.
All right, give me a firearms.
Not my best suit, but that is an 83% failure.
Yeah, shot goes wide. You feel yourself being dragged towards the water. Your other foot hits the water. You kind of feel you're up to at least your knees as this gator is dragging you into the water. What do you do?
I start yelling for help and using my free leg, I would like to start kicking the gator in the snout.
All right. Give me an unarmed combat.
That is an 88% fumble.
No, father fumble.
That is an 88 out of 40% fumble. Good Lord.
No. Oh.
Agent Quick Draw, give me an alertness.
52% success.
Off in the not so distant distance, you hear the screams of someone terrified, in pain, and then just suddenly nothing.
Oh.
Do I care? I do not. Quick Draw is going to get the keys off of Quantity and leave.
All right. You call Tranche while driving or no?
I'm going to focus on getting the fuck out of here first because I know it's a rough drive.
Yeah. Now, sun starts to rise. Like it's a little bit easier not in the darkness. It still takes some time. You eventually get back to like real roads.
I'll call Tranche then.
She picks up. So, what's the word?
Ackerman's accounted for. Gunther is as well. Loose ends tied up.
And the rest of the team, I'm assuming they're alive and well?
Loose ends tied up.
Fuck. All right.
At least I think. I know one ticket's fully punched. Other ran off into the further wilderness. Pretty sure they got by something.
Fun. All right. Yeah. We'll get some plane tickets for you. Good work on securing that library, by the way. Valuable assets there. Daisy's real happy with that stuff, apparently. Good stuff there, she put it. But
cool. I have coordinates for cleanup as well.
Sounds like we can just let nature handle itself. But yeah, we can send someone to take a look.
Well, there's a facility.
Oh shit! You found something?
Yep. Looks like one of those supply caches you guys usually have a team run around.
Here's some kind of clacking on a computer. Huh. Unlisted green box. Good to know. Yeah.
Yeah, we got off a number station, Cowboy Roundup. Here, I'll give you some coordinates. 1 sec. I have a 70 navigation. I assume I can give her coordinates.
Yeah. All right, cool. We'll send some people in to take a look at all this. Not every day an operation finds a green box we didn't know about, and what the fuck's Cowboy Roundup? But yeah.
I am gonna need an off the books doc there. I'm missing at least a quarter of my right ear.
Yeah, I can find a vet for you. Don't worry about that. It's Florida.
Sounds good. Sorry about the other two. I tried.
Yeah. I mean, what? That makes this 5 casualty operation? Fuck.
Yeah, pretty bad. Usually don't like letting my charges die, but, one of them got knocked in the head by Ackerman. The other one ran off in the woods.
Wait, you're saying someone lost a fight to an 101-year-old?
Well, you might want to make sure my plane tickets are direct to you. I can explain a little bit better.
Fair enough. If you don't mind staying an extra day in Florida, I can come down. We can talk about this in person. Guess that's got something to do with that library you unearthed?
Yeah, a little bit of something.
Fucking wizards.
Sure. Yeah, that's fine.
Well, enjoy your all-expense paid vacation in Florida. I'll be in touch.
Sounds good.
That brings this operation to a close. And since only Agent Quickdraw survived this, Agent Quickdraw, what are you doing for your home scene? As we all know,
I have a question. Quickdraw is in, a really fucked up profession with being part of Constellus, which is basically just Blackwater. In the past, have I just, told my therapist my random ramblings and she thinks that I'm kind of crazy because, I'm a literal merc? Or what's the vibe? Do I have a company sponsored therapist I have to see? Is this a thing?
I mean, I would assume yes, but not from like a healthcare perspective, from a we need to keep track of who of our operators are going crazy type of thing. So
okay,
part of me almost kind of wonders though if they have a quack for a therapist that's yeah, they're not too crazy. Who the fuck cares?
Yeah.
But also, I could imagine you're not smart enough or tactful enough to realize maybe you shouldn't talk about this shit.
I'm going to be honest. I think that Quickdraw's sanity is so low anyways because he doesn't like going to therapy. He's one of those guys,
No, sure, yeah.
He thinks therapy is quack medicine, and if you have to go to therapy, you're fucked up. And yeah, so I think, what is the most likely thing for him to do in a home scene?
I mean, Back to Nature feels oddly on brand for someone like Quickdraw.
Yeah, it could be Back to Nature or improving a stat, maybe.
Yeah. I mean, there's also a third option.
Yeah. Study the unnatural, stay on
I was going to say, something said, I'll be seeing you.
Oh, boy. Yeah, what do you want that to be for the follow-up? Is that a stay on the case?
Yeah, we'll do that as a stay on the case.
Okay, let me see if I have anything that's actually relevant here.
All right, is your criminology...
My criminology is 50%. All
right, let's roll that.
28% success. You want me to roll the D6 now?
Yeah.
No sanity gain, no sanity lost.
All right, so a couple weeks go by, you're back from active deployment type of thing, and you receive an email. Simply says, I wish to speak further to talk about your unique set of skills.
Okay.
I'm looking to hire a professional of your trade.
Sure, isn't really one to do freelancing beyond Constellus. I'm sure that there's something in the contract against it. But
sure,
he's curious enough that he's like, okay, sure, I'll see what it is. Maybe they have a better offer than.
And there's some weird stuff about the email too, like the spacing's a little bit wrong. Like there's no domain for the email. Like it doesn't like it's not like a normal email by any measure. I kind of like almost a weird Black Ops vibe to it.
All right, yeah, he'll reach out and. Is cryptic enough to get like a place he needs to go or something.
Yeah.
Before he goes, he's going to schedule a text to Tranche that's basically giving the location he's going to go to, but it's scheduled for 3 days from now. So if he doesn't return or dies, she has the text. It's just the location, no context.
Yeah, so the location is to a WeWork office or kind of something similar to that, and it's to a conference room. And when you arrive, there's a man who kind of resembles Johnny Depp sitting there, like fancy designer shades, dark, stylized, slick back hair, wearing an immaculate suit, just kind of sitting there waiting for you. Slightly kind of like maybe Middle Eastern, maybe kind of like Italian complexion to him. It's kind of hard to place exactly where he may be from originally. Ah, my friend, you've arrived. I've so been looking forward to continuing our conversation.
Quick Draw will go take a seat. I have a feeling we met at a retirement home once.
I have smiles a little too wide at this. Indeed, you're not as dense as I worried you might be, Piper. Tell me, what motivates a man like you?
I don't know. Same stuff that motivates everybody. Money. I mean, it's mostly just something to do.
Kind of nods at this. Well, if it's just money you're looking for, I can most certainly arrange a beneficial situation for you. I have need of security in the near future, and you've already proven yourself to be highly effective.
Okay. What was going on with that Nephili, Victoria?
Oh, Victoria. Gav shrugs at this. You know how things are. It's so hard to keep in touch with good friends. Occasionally you just have to leave a message that they can't ignore.
Who are you talking about?
Don't worry about it. It's above your pay grade. Kind of slides a business card across the table at you.
I'll take it.
Have you done any work in South America before?
Yeah.
I'm assuming you're still welcome in most countries. Not too hot, not too many bugs, not too many warrants.
I know, got to keep my face off the cameras. Records, that shit spreads.
Indeed. I have a, let's call them, collection of friends that I need someone to go check up on for me. It's been quite some time since I got in touch with them, and I do worry something's happened to them. As an employee, I've kind of gestures at the card that just says Black Pyramid Industries.
Look.
You would be highly compensated. And don't worry, we can go through your current employer. I have numerous connections that I'm sure can work something out. But I like to deal with agents face to face, if you will.
Sure. Look, I don't mind doing fucked up things, okay? I'm a weapon, you point me where I'm going, I'll take care of the problem. But I don't like doing really fucked up things, and I think you know the kind of fucked up things I'm talking about. So if I'm not doing that, we're fine.
Kind of raises a hand apologetically. I'm not sure what you're implying, but of course, you're just going down to see if you can locate some friends of mine, colleagues, acquaintances, whatever the right word is for it. I've had quite a hard time getting in touch with them, and it's high time I looked into them. Unfortunately, it's complicated for me to do that myself.
Sure. Money, the op is well-funded, supplies. And when it's done, I want an answer about what the fuck's going on with that Nephili lady.
Of course.
Because our meeting, that's not natural.
Ken smiles a little too widely and reaches into a pocket and pulls out a bag and tosses it towards you. Think of this as an advance or a retaining fee, if you will. Unmarked, untraceable. Any good metalsmith can turn it into something valuable for you. I assume you're used to working in precious metals as payment.
Yeah, I've been through the rigmarole. All right, go through Constellus. We're no problem.
Excellent. I do look forward to working with you. Mr. Piper.
What do I call you?
Oh, I have so many names, but Stephen Alziz.
All right, Stephen. I'll be seeing you, I'm sure.
At that, he kind of gets up and leaves.
I will also leave.
You checking the bag?
Yeah.
So the bag is full of silver coins.
Any like face on them?
No, just like about the size of a quarter, just nondescript silver coins.
All right, I'll take them to my guy. Get them exchanged for cash.
Comes out to about, we'll call it like $100,000.
Yeah, he's happy with that.
On behalf of all of us at Negative Modifier, thank you for listening, and we do hope you enjoyed this episode. If you are not already a subscriber, please consider becoming one, partially so you do not miss our next episode, but mostly because it helps new listeners find us. In addition to that, if you liked the episode, please consider clicking the thumbs up button below. If you'd like to further support the show, please consider joining us on Discord or becoming a Patreon patron.